Hello there everybody, and welcome back to another lovely music video, Makeup Monday. My name is Nikki here on my Mutra makeup channel. Today we are going to be doing somebody who I have been a fan for since Loner, which was like 7 or 8 years ago, 9 years ago, maybe 10 years ago, I don't know. But today we're going to be doing Kali Uchis album cover art makeup stuff from her Isolation album. I really want to do like every single makeup look like she's ever done because it's just, I just love the creativity that goes behind it. But today we're just going to do the cover. We're going to talk about this album. We're going to talk about her upbringing, all that type of stuff, and just work to create a really beautiful piece of art. So if you guys are interested, then keep watching. If you're not, then keep watching. Alright. Let's do it. Also, as many of you guys probably already know, every single product that I do use is going to be linked down below. So if you have any questions as to what I use, that's where you can find it. Also down below, you'll probably find a few different links of some outfits that look comparable to the album artwork. So if you were looking to create like the entire vibe, I'm going to include all of that down below as well. So let's get started. The first step that I'm going to do today is going to be the eyes, and then I move my way to the face because this is a very colorful look, and I don't want to kind of mess up my face and then have to like redo it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So Miss Kali Uchis, hopefully I'm saying this right, you know, someone who's a fan should be able to say things properly. Hopefully I am. Because I don't know if I've seen her say it now that I think about it. But anyways, she was born Carly Marina, I want to say it's Loyosa? Yeah, I'm not going to keep messing that up. She was born in July 17th, 1994 in Alexandria, Virginia. Her father had moved from Colombia to the US and met her mom, and together they had her. There were some kids from previous marriages. I think it was on her dad's side, but that Carly was the only kid from joined together their marriage. In high school, Carly went on to basically, you know, just be a student, be her own thing. In high school, her dad went back to Colombia to take care of his mom, who was sick at the time, and she decided to go and basically visit him there in the summertime and just kind of like check out the culture and the vibes while she was in high school. She was only there though for the summertime, so she returned back to the States and finished out her high school. And in high school was kind of like, from what I could grasp, kind of the start, man, I look fried, man. It was the start to her like music enjoyment, all that type of stuff. It was in high school that she learned how to play the piano and the saxophone. And she also joined like the jazz band while she was in high school. While she was in high school, it was said that she would often skip class. She would skip class to basically go and check out like the photo labs and stuff. And that was kind of really her first interest, was photography in a way. And she would just kind of mess with it and just like have fun with it. And she would skip class, do all that jazz. And that really didn't come over very well with her family. At the time, when they found out that she was indeed skipping school, they kind of got upset with her and they actually kicked her out and was like, you ain't going to school, you out of here. So it wasn't very easy per se for her to kind of go about doing her thing. So once she got kicked out, her parents basically were just like, yeah, you know, go live on your own. And that's what she did. She actually lived out of her vehicle, from what I could grasp, and would basically practice playing the piano, doing like piano riffs, things like that in her vehicle while she lived in it. Out of that escapade though, she was able to create her first mixtape, Drunken Babble. That was basically the birth of Kali Uchis. And where she got the name Kali Uchis, because remember her name was Carly, was actually from her dad. Her dad would basically call her that growing up. So it was kind of a almost a no-brainer for her to be like, yeah, I'm gonna go buy this. Which I thought was kind of cute, because I can totally see a dad being like, Kali Uchi, Kali Uchi. So cute. If I'm saying it right, again, I hope I am. Don't come at me, y'all. I'm a fan of the music, but I can't say I've watched all her interviews, so please don't come frying me, y'all. Now, I know you guys are probably thinking, Nicolette, this looks fucked up. It does look fucked up. It does. But I'm gonna make it look good, I promise. Kali did eventually graduate high school, and after graduating was when Drunken Babble came out. My bad. I kind of skipped around on that one. Drunken Babble came out August 1st, 2012. I don't know why I was gonna say 1912. I was like, wait, no, you got the wrong dates, girlfriend. From there, I'm basically just going to go in and kind of erase it and shape it the way that I want to shape it, because it's definitely not very easy to do. So just when you're doing it, please do not hesitate. Like, take your time with it, because it's not easy. It's not easy. In February of 2015, she dropped her first, I guess, like, debut EP. It was called Por Vida, and it featured musicians like Tyler, the Creator, Diplo, as well as Kaytranada, Bad Bad Not Good. I mean, now we see it and we're like, oh, these people, these are like big people, but like at the time, they were not what they are now by any means. From there, you know, she started kind of getting a little bit of a buzz, and I know at that point I definitely was like starting to figure out who she was and stuff. Not saying that I'm like the queen bee of knowing like fame and stuff, or knowing when people are becoming famous, because I'm definitely not. But at that point, she was definitely becoming a little bit more widespread and a little bit more well-known. That year, she embarked on her very first tour, and her tour was actually with none other than the Leon Bridges, which I thought was awesome. They toured through the United States as well as parts of Canada, so I thought that was pretty rad. First moments of like success for her, you know, we're starting to see things changing in that direction for her. Now it's time for Isolation. Isolation came next. Her very first single for the album was Tyrant, which was featuring, what's her name? Georgia Smith. And I loved that song. If you watch this music video, the music video is like so fun. It's so like girl powery almost. And the way that they like did the video itself is just like, I don't know, it's like a car, and like when you go into the car it like expands, and then you go into like another alternate world, and then you go into another alternate world. I don't know, I loved that music video. And I love Georgia Smith, so I was like, wow, like what an awesome freaking duo to, you know, have come together. Like, I don't know, personal thing, but I think they are both like, their voices together. I hope they're friends like in real life. You know, you hear stories about like celebs like not being like actual friends in real life, and I'm like, man, I hope they are, because we need more music from them. Anyways, but that dropped in May of 2017. Then the second, now it's time for the second single. And the second single for the album was Nuestra Planeta. Planeta? My bad. Dude, I'm not Spanish, I'm sorry. And that dropped in August of that same year. Then we come to the third single, and the third single was After the Storm. I am a huge Tyler, the Creator fan. I've been a fan of his for a long time, and as you would probably assume, I've actually been bumping his music from this last album that came out like all last week. Like, it's so good. It's so good. But anyways, it was featuring Tyler, the Creator, in this song, and I remember when the music video came out, I was like, again, floored. I was like, this is amazing. I'm big on music videos. I'm not as big as I used to be. I don't know why. I don't know what happened to me. Life, I guess. But I was a big music video watcher back in the day. And this was one of those as well that I was like, I love it. Like, it's just such a good concept, you know? You get both of these people together and like they make such amazing art together. Kali and Tyler, you know? But yeah, After the Storm came out and Tyler performed with her on the Tonight Show, and that was when she basically what's it called? Released that, hey, there's an album coming and it's coming soon. And that was in March of 2018, where she was just like, hey, guess what? We got an album coming. And then the actual album itself released in April of 2018, with the last single for the album coming out that October, and that was Just a Stranger, and it was featuring Steve Lacy. So again, like everybody who was a part of every single one of these little, like, you know, collabs, singles were just amazing freaking people. So yeah, it was a great singles rollout for sure. From there, she went on a North American tour where she started in Seattle and ended in Los Angeles. It was, I think, a 23-day tour for the most part. So pretty big steps. I remember her coming, I was in Houston at the time, and I remember her coming to Houston. And like, you know, I don't know what was with me. It's like every new artist that comes out, I'm always like, yeah, I should see them. And then I didn't see her, I didn't see Tyler. I was like, oh, you know, they'll come back, I'll see them next time. And now I'm just like, especially with Tyler, I'm like, yo, Nikki, you messed up. You messed up because these tickets are about to be through the roof. Come on, why'd you do this to yourself? But it is what it is. So how did the album itself do? So the album itself did, you know, fairly well. It wasn't like oh, you did like the best, but like I have my little list here, and it says that like Pitchfork named it 38 out of the 50 best albums of 2018. Billboard named it the 16th best album of 2018, which is actually pretty good in the numbers. Dazed named it number 11 out of 20 for the best albums of that year. And then a few more. So I mean, you know, a lot of people were really like infatuated with the album and they thought it was pretty good. I know I was personally playing a lot of these songs over and over and over again. I thought they were really fantastic. The Independent, which I think it's a magazine if I'm not mistaken, they basically were like, yeah, like this album is putting her on the map and it's finally giving her the credit that she deserves. So overall, I feel like people really did like the album, you know, they thought it was good and it was definitely putting her on the map. And, you know, for the most part, you know, since then, things have been in a pretty upswing for her. You know, she's done a lot of songs that are in Spanish that have gotten her nominated, if not winning awards, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't really do too much research past this album since today's focus is the album itself. But yeah, overall, she's been doing pretty well with it. I know personally she had that song with Rico Nasty that came out fairly recently, like last year. I'm your little mama sitter. I like fake sing when I'm on this channel, if you can't tell, because you know, I can't show you guys how good I actually am, you know what I'm saying? In this music video, she does have some pretty dark eyebrows, so I just decided to kind of fill in mine a little bit more than my usual. Mine are already pretty darn black, so I'm like, well, you know. And I know what you're thinking, why are you skipping around? You're not done with your eyes. You're right, I'm not done with my eyes, but I don't know, sometimes I just like skip around, you know what I'm saying? Am I not allowed to do that? She also has her eyebrows a bit more on the elongated side, so I added a little bit more of a tail to mine. And so to finish off these eyes, we're going to go back in with some more red and just line the bottom lash line and connect it to our wing a little bit. We can always extend the wing a little more as well if we need to. I'm going to go back in here to finish this off and add more to the liner to just kind of connect the bottom to it. From here, it's kind of up to you if you want to put on false lashes or not. You know, with most of these videos, it definitely looks as though the artist has false lashes on. Again, I ain't going anywhere that's very crazy, so I don't really see a point in it. So I'm just gonna put on my mascara. For this particular project, I was pretty lucky because I was able to find out who the makeup artist was. Yes, I did. The makeup artist was Be Sweet Beauty on Instagram. I did a light search and she finally came up and I was like, yes, thank you, social media. All the old stuff I can never find, but the newer stuff, it's like, boom, right in your face. So that was dope. She recreated this look that she created the look that we recreated today. Overall, when it comes to this type of makeup, I can say I'm not 1000% the best at it. Is there another technique that may work best for you? There might be. My initial idea was to get a gel liner, but I ended up getting a pencil instead from MAC to do the design and all that sort of stuff. I don't think it's bad. I don't know how it's gonna wear throughout the day, but we'll find out, I guess. But this basically is the look. All I did was I did some light liner to basically create my shape and to create that base. And then on top of that, I packed on the powder to just make sure that it doesn't move. The same rules apply on your eyelids. Oh, I just bit my tongue. The same rule applies on your eyelids as it does your face. If you decide to not wear any sort of powder on your face, then you do risk you know, having your makeup move, you know, and just not kind of do what it wants you to do. So the same thing goes with your eyelids is, you know, you got to wear the primer, of course, but after the primer, you definitely have to kind of pack it in place, especially if you're using something that is a little bit more on a creamy consistency. Looking at the look, especially the one that's posted on Be Sweet Beauty's Instagram, she definitely has a wet look to it. So I don't know if she put something like a cream or Vaseline or something on top to kind of give it that wet look, or if she really just did go straight up with just the liner, left it on, took a picture, called it a day. But if you are going to be wearing this look out, I definitely suggest adding the powder onto it to just make sure that it like stays and doesn't move. But basically this is the look. This is the look. This is a little bit about Kali herself, Carly, and how it all started and how she kind of did her thing. I'm really excited to see more from her. I would love to do more dives into some of her other looks, as well as some of the other like music videos and all that sort of stuff, because I swear, like, I look at every single music video and I'm always like, oh my god, I love this, you know. She's one of those who's kind of like what the Cardi B's like for me, that I just like see their looks and I'm like, yes. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If I'm a little bit low, I did like some painting this week, and then like my neck was hurting yesterday from painting. I wasn't doing like a canvas painting, I was like painting ceilings and stuff. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Definitely let me know in the comments down below who I should do next. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time with another music video makeup Monday. See ya!